So we'll start from this question. So the question states that from the following information relating to AZX Co, you are required to find out PV ratio, break-even point, profit, margin of safety, and volume of sales to earn a profit of 10,000. And the total fixed cost is 5,500, and total sales is 25,000, and the total variable cost is 8,500. So if you see here, in this problem they have not given us units. Okay, so without giving the units we have to work out this problem. So in the earlier problem we had units, but here we do not have units and we have to work out. So if we don't have units, then how will we proceed with this problem? So that is the question here. So marginal costing is quite flexible, so whether you have units or without units you can easily find out the answers for this. So first let's see what are the requirements. Okay, so you want PV ratio, break-even point, profit, MOS, and volume. So we'll get the formulas. So we have formulas like PV ratio, break-even point, profit, MOS, and volume of sales. Okay, volume of sales to earn a profit. So we have all these ratios here. So what's our job is like? Our job is like quite simple now. We just have to input the information. So sales is 25,000 and this 25,000. Variable cost is 8,500. We'll get the contribution. And fixed cost is going to be 5,500. So our profit is 11,000. So let's get the PV ratio here. So PV ratio or CS ratio, so you can use it simultaneously, that won't be a problem. So in the earlier problem we found out contribution by per unit. I think that's how we found it through per unit. We can also find out it through the whole amount. Okay, so we find out here through whole amount. The whole amount would be 16,500 divided by sales 25,000. So if we get decimals we will round it off. Okay, it's coming to exactly 0.66. So what's a break-even point? Break-even point in amount. So that's what we are finding out. We cannot find out in units. We can't find out in units because there's no units given. So break-even point in amount or sales, okay, or they call it as sales BEP, is fixed cost divided by CS ratio or PV ratio. Anything you can use. So let's get that answer. See, the answer that you get is units. Okay, so you can round it off. So the next question is, what is the profit? Okay, what's a profit? So I think profit we have found it. We have found out it here. Okay, so we don't need to separately do it. We started with profit only. So we'll skip that. So we'll do MOS. So MOS is profit divided by CS ratio. So let's get the profit. So profit is 11,000. So we got our MOS sales. Okay, so this is called as either MOS in amount or sales MOS. Okay, either way they can ask. And the last part of it is volume of sales to earn a profit of 10,000. So to get a profit of 10,000, how much the company should earn. Okay, so this is a formula here. Let's get the answer. So formula is fixed cost, which is 5,500. Targeted profit is 10,000 divided by CS ratio, which is 0.66. So let's copy, let's work it out. Okay, see, I think we've made a small mistake. Whenever you divide CS ratio or PV ratio, the answer that you get is the amount. Okay, so it's going to represent the dollar or rupee. So here it is rupee, here also it is rupee, here also it is rupee. So whenever, so if you want, you can have a note. Note is when PV or CS ratio is used as denominator, the answer will be in rupees or dollars. Okay, so it represents the amount. The answer that you get is in amount. So if you do the same sum, so note when contribution per unit is used as denominator, the answer will be in units. Okay, so this is a very important point here. So that's about this problem. I think we have finished A, B, C, D. So A, B, C is already here. So C is here. And D is done, E is done. So that's about this problem. We'll move on to the next one. So here we have a problem which is similar to, I think we have solved the second one. The second problem and this problem are like almost similar. So this are the earlier one was our third problem, and now we are doing our fourth problem. Okay, so let's start with the question. ZCO gives you the following information. Selling price is 60 per unit, variable cost is 30 per unit, fixed costs are 10,000 per year. Forecasted sales are 900 units per month. Okay, so it's not per month, we will amend it to per year. Okay, it's per year. Compute the following. Use amounts as possible. Okay, we should not use units, so our denominator should be as far as possible, should be in CS ratio. Okay, that's why they have said use amounts as possible. So we can get all the formulas earlier done. So he wants the answer to be in amount only, so we have to calculate the amount on a separate area. So we'll start. So sales is going to be 60 into number of units is 900. Next is variable cost is 30 into 900. Fixed cost is 10,000. So our contribution is 27,000 and our profit is 17,000. So we got the numbers. Let's work out PV ratio. So answer is 0.5. So BEP point would be fixed cost divided by PV ratio Okay, so this represents the amount. So the amount here is a dollar. So this also will be in dollar, and this also answer will also be in dollar. So MOS is profit divided by CS ratio. So the profit here is 17,000. So MO sales is 34, and the targeted sale will be fixed cost is existing is 10,000, and the target profit will be a target profit they want in amount 30,000. Let's get the CS ratio. CS ratio would be so that's about the, so if we make 80,000 of sale, our profit would be 30,000. Okay, so that's what it tells here. And have we finished everything? So contribution and profit we have finished. PV ratio we have finished, so that is the second part we finished. BEP in amount we have finished. Okay, what we have not done is BEP in units. Okay, so that we will work out here. Okay, what we want is BEP in units, so that will work out. So BEP in units, you can use fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Okay, you can use that formula, or okay, or if you have already found out the BEP amount, sales amount, you can just divide that sales amount. Okay, BEP sales, this sales amount divided by selling price per unit. You can use that. So let's use in that manner. So 20,000 divided by what's the selling price per unit? Selling price per unit is 60. So we will break even in this number of units. Okay, so that also we have done. So next one is MOS. So we can find out MOS sales. Okay, MOS in units we can find out in this manner. So MOS units we can find out by MOS sales divided by selling price per unit. So 34,000 is the MOS sales divided by 0.5 is the PV ratio or CS ratio. Let's get the answer. So 68,000 units. Sorry, 68. I think it should be selling price. Sorry, selling price is 60. Is 60. So this is the units. Okay. So hopefully we got everything here. So on the last one is number of units that must be sold. Okay. So we have found it in amount. We have already found it in amount. So if you want to find out it in units, we can do this. Sales units for a target profit. Okay, we will use this measure. So the formula would be get the sales amount divided by again selling price per unit. So you can take 80,000 divided by selling price per unit is 60. So unit wise, they have to sell 133 units to achieve a profit of 30,000. Okay, so why we did two sums? Okay, we did two sums which are having the same answers. Okay, we'll have the same answers because the second sum is about working out first in units. Okay, we have to first find out in units, then we have to find out it in amount. Okay, so we first found out in units, then we found out in amount. Okay, the this fourth sum is about finding first in amount, then finding with that in units. Okay, so you should be like flexible in both. Okay, so the first initial problems in marginal costing will be like little bit confusing, but once you get adapted to it, it becomes quite easy. Okay, so ensure you get adapted to marginal costing problems. So we'll from here we'll move on to BEP charts.